The crash is also devastating the figure skating community as 14 members of that community, including several U.S. figure skaters, 2 coaches, and former world champions from Russia and their family members were on board that flight.
The main lesson I think learned in skating is you get back up. Keep on trying, and even when it's hard, you get back up. Even when you're crying, hurt, pain, you get back up and move forward. It's not easy, but that's what we all have to do now together. I feel for the athletes, the skaters, their families, but anyone that was on that plane, not just the skaters, because it's just such a tragic event.
That pain is being felt in skating communities across the country, including right here at home.
That's right. Our McKenna Marks joins us now. McKenna, I know you spoke with members of the figure skating community here. What did they have to say?
Well, that's right. I spoke to a parent today who has 2 kids that figure skate, and she tells me she actually knew some of the skaters and coaches that were killed in that crash, and the figure skating community around the world is now grieving this horrible tragedy.
Figure skating community is like a family.
The figure skating community around the world and right here in the Portland metro area is devastated after hearing about Wednesday night's deadly mid-air crash in Washington, D.C. that left no survivors. Among those killed was a group of figure skaters. The group, including members of the Boston Skating Club and 2 world champions from Russia, was on its way back from a national development camp following the U.S. championships in Kansas. Former figure skater and Portland native Tanya Harding took to social media, sharing on X that she was devastated to hear of the news. Winterhawks Ice, a skating facility with locations in the Portland metro area, provided Fox 12 with a statement saying in part, quote, "We are particularly heartbroken by the loss of members of our skating community, which included skaters, parents, and coaches, many of whom we knew personally. Our hearts go out to their families, rinks, and skating clubs who are experiencing a tremendous loss." I spoke with Elena Bogdanova, who tells me figure skating runs in her family, and now her 2 kids figure skate in the Portland metro area. She tells me she actually met the coaches of the Boston club and was devastated when she learned they had died in the crash.
The coaches from Figure Skating Club of Boston, where we've been for our national final just this July, she approached me personally too, and she said that my daughter is a natural skater.
Bogdanova tells me the figure skating community is a close one, and they are all grieving this significant loss. Moving forward, she says it's important to be together, and it's also important to keep skating.
Of course, it's very important to remember those beautiful, amazing, talented kids and skaters. Every time we train, every time we compete, just keep their memory.
Now, it's still unclear as to what exactly caused this crash, but we do know that there were unfortunately no survivors. We'll be sure to keep you updated as we learn more information. Live in studio, McKenna Marks, Fox 12 Oregon.